Hello and welcome back to another video. We're back to answer your questions. Well, maybe not you specifically, but if you did ask a question on my Twitter, then it might be being answered.
Yes.
And for those who
Hello.
don't know, this is my relationship person. His name is Jakob, but spelt like the Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Spell it.
I love that. I'm going to use that every time I do an intro now.
Yes. So I asked on Twitter for a bunch of questions to ask Jakob about his experience being in an ace-allo relationship, but being the allo side because he's not asexual. And a bunch of questions were asked, so thank you for those. But some of them we've decided to dismiss because one or both of us don't feel comfortable answering them online. So I'm sorry if we missed your question, but privacy.
Yeah. Personal preference, nothing personal meant by it.
Indeed. But yes, without further ado, let's get started. Dun, 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 dun. I am the delivery man of questions, and the questions shall be delivered. So the first one from Peter V. Ruden. Did you know about asexuality before we met? Which I think we answered in the last one.
Yes, we definitely did, but you're pretty much the first ace person I met who I knew was ace. Other than that, mainly just, basically a bunch of content creators who happen to be ace but didn't talk about it much.
Yeah. So if you want the full answer, go watch the other video. Haha! And if you're new, had you ever thought of being in a relationship with an asexual?
That's a good question. I don't think I had considered it before. If I'm honest, I thought it would just never come up out of sheer probability.
Yes,
I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're the first ace person I've met, so it's just cool coincidence that we're also dating.
Indeed. So yes. Yeah, I guess it's the kind of thing like you wouldn't think, would I ever be in a relationship with a person who is ginger?
Oh. Yes. No, I wouldn't.
It's just something that you, I guess you wouldn't consider.
Not quite.
Jasmina asks, what was your initial thought when you told me that I was ace? That I got confused with the pronouns.
Initial thought when you told me you were ace.
Yes.
Well, I remember you didn't really have to tell me.
It was
on your profile. Yeah.
Which I think we ended up covering in the last video.
Yeah. So
watch that in the last video. There's a couple of questions where it was talking about other people's reaction to you being in a relationship with an asexual. So I wanted to ask, to premise those questions, whether you have told anyone that I'm ace.
I don't think I have. It hasn't really come up.
That's fair. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done. Because it's like, I don't know, not really anyone's business.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird thing. So I guess we'll answer these questions hypothetically? Generally?
Sure. Let's see.
So Heartbreaker asked whether you've been the target of negative comments about my sexuality because of toxic masculinity tying into manliness.
Right.
And if so, how do you deal with those comments? So I guess if you did, do you think you would get negative comments and from the people you know? And if you did, how would you react to that?
I think the people I know are who I would at least tell if it ever came up. I would probably wouldn't react negatively, but if they did anyways, for whatever reason, I don't know. Depend on the reaction, I guess. How negative, but if it was along the lines of that question where it was
about toxic masculinity and thinking, oh, are you not having sex?
Yeah, no, that'd be like, I don't know. I can't even picture how it would come up, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think I would treat it like a similar way to coming out, where if I thought someone would react negatively, I wouldn't tell them in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess but I guess the only thing you can do is say like point them to resources.
Yeah, something like that. Definitely don't try to debate them then and there. I would say. I don't know. I
think that can get quite heated, kind of.
Yeah.
There's a couple more that go along the same line. So Sarah's asking how people in your life responded to me being asexual, which we can't really answer because no one knows. Not for just...
No, it's not a secret. It just doesn't come up much.
And then Addie's saying that them and their partner get comments about the allo partner being a great guy for dating an asexual person, and was wondering whether we faced the same thing.
No.
No, I once again, no, it hasn't come up, which I feel like we're not being very useful here. But
maybe if I had more friends to tell it to.
Oh no.
I have friends, I just don't have many I talk to about that.
I'm your friend.
You are.
I might react negatively. Tell me that you're dating an asexual person.
I'm dating an asexual person.
What? But I don't... to kind of answer the question a bit, because they were talking about whether, in the context of us being a same-sex couple, whether it'd be any different. So I don't think it would be, because it could be worse, almost, I guess, because gay men are seen as more sexual.
Right.
But as for personal experience, we don't know.
No. Sorry.
Next question. Mouse is asking, just in general.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible for an allo-ace relationship to exist without the allo partner needing an open relationship or another specific partner for their sexual needs?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And I guess the extension to that is this other question, asking whether if the partner, the ace partner, me in this hypothetical situation, didn't want sex, period, whether that would be possible.
Right. Well, yeah, I think it could certainly be possible, but it would require, I think, definitely a lot of upfront communication and just general, how to put it, processing and working through what works for both parties, you know? Not to make it sound like a business transaction, but just communicating what both sides want and what they'd be willing to do, I suppose, is just the big part of it.
Yeah, because I think there's going to be a sexual disparity regardless.
Right.
Even if it's an allo couple.
Yeah.
Like one person might enjoy certain things that the other person doesn't.
Yeah.
So you have to talk about that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a conversation that many relationships, most all, should probably have early on.
Next question. Jess is asking, is it hard for you to understand the lack of attraction?
That's a difficult one. It's not hard to comprehend. It's just
hard to empathize, like be able to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase it because I can picture what it's like, sort of, just not very well, I guess. It's like trying to picture what it'd be like to be another person, I guess. I don't know, it's
so you can conceptually. You understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Emotionally, it's hard for you to know what that would feel like, or not feel like.
Yeah.
In this case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's easy to. I can picture. I can easily comprehend that that's how it would feel and things like that. I can comprehend that these feelings exist or don't exist or what have you, but it's hard to personally feel that sometimes fully emphasized with that. But, you know, you could try.
Neom to the power 7 is asking, what are some ways allos can do to reassure their ace partners?
Well, that's a good question.
Reassure me. I need reassurance.
You are valid.
Oh, thank you.
Depends on the person, I guess, what they need reassurance about. I guess in general, just always keep in mind that their feelings are valid. It's how they are, you know, don't expect changes. Don't even, I suppose, want changes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I think if you're wanting the ace partner to be something they're not, then like it's not fair on them. It's putting a lot of burden on them to be something they're not, which is very difficult. Yeah,
just overall convey and try internally to feel that you like or love them the way they are and validate them, I guess. Make that clear. Yeah. Good. Thank you.
I'm reassured.
Good. Yes.
Anisha asked, how did we get into a relationship and what was the conversation you had about boundaries in the relationship?
Right.
So, yes.
Tinder.
Yes.
And
we didn't have an explicit conversation, but I think there's a couple of times where we have specified things where when they've come up.
Yeah, it probably would have been good to have like a full conversation, but pretty much we played it by ear. Just as things come up, we just discuss them. And
do I say not what I do? I feel like I could have been more explicit about the conversation, but conversations like that are a bit stressful and hard, especially when you've just met someone.
Yeah,
but as long as if you're about to do something, just ask if your partner is okay with doing it.
Yeah,
and then that should be fine. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Make sure you at least make things clear in the moment they become an issue, if nothing else.
So yes, I think those were all the questions that we felt comfortable asking.
That is it.
So I hope those did answer some questions you had. Maybe not you specifically, but sure.
Yeah. Not John over there.
What's wrong with John?
He knows what he did.
Sorry we couldn't ask the reactions of other people thing, which is an interesting question. And
yes.
I will save this question for the next person I interview who is in a similar situation but has told other people.
Right. Yes. And who knows, if it ever comes up and reactions worth mentioning
send me a message and I shall, what's the word?
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Of our Lord and Saviour, Jacob's message about the questions.
Yes. Can make a new religion out of that. That would be great.
That's a very specific religion. But yes.
Yes.
Now you leave.
Bye.
He's no longer in the videos. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That is all I had to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. But I won't see you because you're gone.
Bye! It's going to be hard for you to edit that part.
I'm just going to leave that whole bit in. We've succeeded.
We've done it. We've recorded a video. Farewell, Internet.
Lose one subscriber called John. My intro song is not the Mortal Kombat theme. Mortal Kombat.